And then we're making the notarizing the contract and everything, the business deal that we made. I mean, man, it was like it was a little nerve-wracking too. I didn't have any more money after that. I had my it was like $1,200 left of my paycheck, the last paycheck, and that's what went into the business account. And then I spent like some money. So I had like $800 to start the first month of owning the coffee shop here.
When Eloy Martinez said that he bought his business sight unseen, I was concerned for him, even though I knew the outcome already.
Yeah.
He was a fascinating interview. The question is, how did that turn out? I'm Toby Lyles and
Maverick Lyles.
my esteemed son, and this is the Voices on the Wind podcast.
Yes, and if you haven't checked it out, our newsletter, votw.substack.com, is fantastic. You should definitely check it out. So this is our interview with Eloy Martinez from the Cheyenne Cup.
Okay. I mean, my life has been an accident after accident, probably, you know?
Yeah.
And that's how it all gets started, pretty much. I remember my great-grandma, she used to say, like, you have to learn English because you never know if you're going to use it, but it's nothing like being prepared, you know? Like, you probably will use it. And the funny thing is, she used to cook French cuisine, too. Because I remember getting drunk with her soup. Well, because it wasn't like soup; it was like a broth, and like she didn't cook off all the wine.
Okay.
But I grabbed it already, and I served myself like a bowl, and it's like I was young, and it's like it's not quite ready. I was like from somewhere else, not quite ready. Let it simmer and stuff, and I was like, I am hungry, and just grabbing like, it's like taking a shot, you know, with your soup.
Some little kid, yeah.
One of my friends worked at that restaurant in Fort Collins. He said, "Hey, we need some help on Friday and Saturday night." To do some dishes. And I was in high school. I said, I'll do it. After high school, then I go Friday and then Saturday, like I work in the morning at a breakfast joint and I go do dishes. And I picture, like you go do some dishes and there's a machine so it'll wash them for you. No, but the restaurant turned tables fast. And it was like 200, 300 covers every night. And it's just busy. And there's just like pots and pans and everything that they put in the oven. And you have to really scrub and everything, and it's good. But that's how I got started at the restaurant.
Really?
Just Friday and Saturday, and I've always been curious about like helping, and so I do the dishes, and then I go help in pantry, like start making some desserts and stuff.
Okay.
Like say, what can I do for you? Making myself available. I always say like solve somebody's problem, and then you get an opportunity. Next thing you know, they throw me on the grill, and there's a party. It was like my first day on the grill. And I remember this clearly because there's like, okay, we'll need like 36 filet mignon, and then there's like 10 medium rare and medium and this and that. And I'm thinking like, what is even that? Because
even know.
All I knew was like, man, I just cook until it's done.
Yeah, okay.
No, and then, but I knew there was like rare, but I couldn't tell like first time on the grill and they're supposed to train me. Nobody shows up. And then the chef is like, I'll help you. So then I just like put olive oil on the steaks and everything and throw them on the grill. But I didn't even know what was the hot side on the grill. And then I turn around to start doing other things. And when I look back on the grill, there's just fire. Because of all the grease and everything. And I'm like, and I start flipping. So I flip one fillet and it's like char, like Pittsburgh. Almost like it's cooked. Like, I don't know, like a bottom of my shoe. And then I flip the next one. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like 20 of them like that. And then the chef looks. And I thought he was going to like panic and fire me, like whatever. No, so he grabbed them all, took them off the grill. It's like, hey, I'm going to show you how to do this, okay? Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, okay. So then he like kind of trimmed the burn like corners and stuff. And then he's like, okay, we do this, but make sure wash your grill first and everything. So then you don't set it on fire. This is the hot side. But so start with those like medium rare over there. So you mark them and you let them rest. And then he started teaching me all of this and stuff. But it's like, next time you're not going to do this because you did this today and you'll never forget.
Tell me about the transition from restaurateur to business owner.
Oh, okay. I tell you.
Are we there yet?
Yeah, no, we're getting there because I did spend 15 years at that restaurant.
Okay.
It was 15 years. And it was a long transition, to where everything, it's a hard work to do. Everything is hard, kind of hard to do. The boss that I had, I'm thankful for him. He's he taught me more than he thinks. He didn't only teach me to cook and to think and create more recipes and stuff, but he also taught me to save money, how not to waste little things that if you put them all together, At the end of the year, it's a few $1,000s. So all that, and because I did that for him, I took care of the restaurant as if it was like mine. Hey, like no food lives behind the back door. Like if you want to eat, you can eat here, because when you spend so many hours in the restaurant, in the kitchen, well, it's only fair that you eat, but you eat there. But then it's different than people taking like, okay, I'm gonna grill 2 steaks and I'm gonna bring it for my roommates, or just making deals like, like, no, it's like, let's just be honest, and just if you're gonna eat, and that's it. But don't like try to take a prime rib. It's a 40-ounce prime rib, and I'm like, what are you doing? Because I'll be done, and I go to the front, and you get a free beer. So I drink a free beer, and I go make sure that everything is off. And then I find one of the cooks sometimes like, hey, what are you doing? It's like, oh, I'm just taking dinner. I'm like, no. It's like, I already cooked them. I'm like, no, you leave it. That's it. Like you don't take it. Like if I let you take it, then now it's my fault because I saw it.
Yeah,
so
it's true.
So it's like, it's me. Like I can't let you do it, And so taking care of all of that, and growing. Basically, when you're now I'm still young, but I was younger. You get to the point where like start thinking of life. Like, okay, I'm 30 or 35, and I'm thinking, am I gonna always be working here for a paycheck? I say, well, I see people saving for the future, so I wanted to save for the future. My retirement plan, essentially. I said, so I approached him about buying the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
At some point, towards like the last days that I worked there, and I didn't want a handout. I say, let me know how much it's gonna be, so I can front you the money, or we work a deal. And it was key for me that I told him, we have a good team. I'm great at what I do, and this guy is good, and you are great too. And we were the right team. And it just didn't work out. The guy next door to us, he had a coffee shop, and he would sell bags of coffee to the restaurant.
Okay.
So he comes in with a bag of coffee, and I say, hey, let me check, you'll have a check in the office, I'm sure. So I give him a check. We talked for like a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes tops. And I say, hey, man, like last thing I said to him, he was leaving, I walked him out the door. Last thing I say, hey, man, like, how much does it really take to open a coffee shop or so? And he's like, he turns around and looks at me. And he said, about 80, 100, depending what you want, maybe less. Why? I said, maybe I'm looking to transition to something else, just, not work here. And he's like, well, if you're serious, come and talk to me tomorrow morning at the coffee shop. Because I have one that is for sale, and just maybe we can talk about it. And so next morning, man, I was there 6 a.m.
Wow.
I was there like clockwork. I'm like, I'm there. June 4th. June 4th, 2019.
Okay.
And I tell you what, man, I was like, I didn't think I slept that night very good, because I just kept thinking about it. Like, man, like coffee shop, I'm gonna make a coffee, like I'm like hyping myself, man. Like, you can do this, like I'm gonna do this, it's gonna be great, and everything. And I was like, I slept probably like an hour. But I went to talk to him the next morning, and I'm there, and he showed me the numbers on the computer. We were looking at the numbers of Cheyenne and at pictures, because I had never come. I mean, I came to Cheyenne one time, and it was for Cheyenne Frontier Days. I've never seen the city.
So you didn't even know the city?
No, I didn't even know where it was. I didn't even know how to get here.
Wow.
So
and you're looking at buying a coffee shop.
I mean, man,
in a city you don't know.
I was just done working at the restaurant.
You're that done.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been there too.
Maybe not like I was sad. It was like mixed feelings, because it was like a bittersweet. I'm like, I'm leaving, but I'm like, man, I've been here for a long time. It was like getting a divorce. All June, I was still training, because we made a deal on a handshake.
Okay.
Okay, I say, I'll take it, I'll buy it from you and everything. And then the funny thing is, I said it, and we did that. I work every day and every afternoon at the restaurant. So every day at the coffee shop, later at the restaurant. It was the last Saturday of June. And in the morning, I was like, we were at the bank. I was signing up for my business account. And I don't forget that one.
Yeah.
Right before. And then we're making the notarizing the contract and everything, the business deal that we made. I mean, man, it was like it was a little nerve-wracking too. I didn't have any more money after that. I had it was like $1,200 left of my paycheck, the last paycheck. And that's what went into the business account. And then I spent like some money. So I had like $800 to start the first month of owning the coffee shop here.
Wow.
So it was like, like like I say like often, like most restaurants make it in the first or they die on the first year. And for me, it was like first month.
It has to work.
It's got to work. I mean, when I told my girlfriend at the time, because I didn't tell her right away, she's like, "You did what? You quit your job. You make good money. You have a good position there. Everybody knows you. How are you gonna pay for the rent? How are you gonna pay the employees?" I remember, man, I was driving here on a Sunday night, and just like by the fireworks, and it's just like afternoon, and just starting to get dark, and you get teary eyed because you don't know I don't know nothing. It was like my backseat is full of my crap. And then just coming here and I say, you know what? I ain't coming back this week because I gotta work hard, period. And I don't know nothing about the POS system to begin with. I mean,
You never owned a business at all before.
No.
Yeah.
No,
and
not at all.
You got to figure out, how to run the POS system. You hadn't owned a business bank account.
Well, I had a computer, but it was like decoration because all I ever did was cook.
Yeah.
So I have my computer, but it's there.
Yeah.
And then my brother come and do like some system updates. He's like, "Hey man, something's not working with my computer." He looks at it. "Oh well, you need to update your system." And I'm like, "What is that?" It's like, forget about it. Just like, I'll just do it for you.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, I do. So he'll do it and stuff. And then, but things that you have to learn on the fly. Like you gotta go. You gotta learn these things. So I come up here like the first week, and then man, Sunday night I didn't sleep because like I was on the phone with the guy and telling me how to like, okay, you're gonna do this, and he kind of told me it's like, okay, you get it from here, and make sure you add your bank account to the system, so then whatever you sell is gonna be deposited to your account, not my account. Or thank you very much, pretty much. And he was helpful on the first week, couple weeks.
Okay.
And
Nice.
he would call like every day, like, "Hey, so how'd it go?" and stuff. So he wanted me to like be good, probably, so then the deal doesn't fall through.
True, but
But I
in
wanted
both
to be
your best
good
interest.
myself too.
Yeah.
So I stopped calling him,
Oh, wow.
and then I say, "I'll figure it out. I gotta figure things out."
Yeah, because you have to learn to stand on your 2 feet.
Yeah, and then that was it. It was like not even like, it was must have been like 2 weeks at the most. And then he would call and he's like, "Hey man, how you doing?" I say, "I'm good, man." I said, "Let me call you back." And then I'll hang up and I get back to work and stuff. And then he was like, "You okay?" "Yeah, I'm okay." And then later I started getting like letters from the workforce and stuff. And then it's like stuff that I never had to deal with, like, cause why?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then I'm like, "Yeah, well, I don't have any employees." And finally I got a call. That's when I told the lady, she's like, "Yeah, you got to return the letter that we sent you. Like, how many employees you have?" I'm like, "Well, I don't have any employees." The lady's like, "Well, don't just like throw it away. You got to answer. You got to say no employees and send it back to us and stuff." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." They start doing that. And then the electricity, the power was on his name. And then I had to change it to my name. Well, I'm doing that. Okay. So Black Hills has this thing. If you have a commercial building, you have to get a commercial agreement with Black Hills, where it's like $1,400 a month. Well, no, not a month. Sorry, $1,400 to start up.
Okay.
And then you get that money back because you're a new customer, this and that. And I'm like, "Man, I have $100.
Yeah.
I'm like, "I don't have money."
Yeah.
So the guy's like, "Well, that's just what we do and stuff." And then I started talking to him on the phone more, like, "Oh man, yeah." So like, yeah, I took over the shop and I just building that relationship in like 30 seconds, And I say, "Hey, listen, why don't you talk to somebody over there in your office and see if you can just break down the bill, I'll pay some now and then in 3 months, like I'll pay it, And then he did that for me.
Wow.
Yeah, so he gave me a break. Like, I don't know why, but I'm thankful.
Wow.
It was July, so it was super hot, super hot. And then I started noticing that the AC doesn't work and everything, but I had to fix it. It wasn't up to the landlord, so I have to fix it.
Yes.
And then there was like a couple coolers didn't work and stuff. So I have a door open, open with a fan. It was like me trying to solve, like so hot and everything. I mean, people sweating bullets here, like for my customers. But it was like when I first took over, man, it was like stressing for me too, because I'm hot, I'm grumpy because it's hot.
Yeah.
And then, but I remember like a lot of customers, Keith walks in and the fan falls and he's embarrassed because he opened the door and the fan fell. He didn't drop the fan and he just looks up and everything. And then to me, it's just like, I haven't seen like that many customers. So I'm starting to get to know like regulars and stuff. But I appreciate him because he always continued to come in every day, you know, through the good and bad, like it's just like so hot. And then the furnace didn't work later on, and it's like it's the middle of winter, and it's so freezing here. And then this lady sitting at the bar thinking like, man, it's really cold in here, and I'm behind the counter like really cold too, but I'm stuck here all day.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, you think? Like I wish I had money right now to hire somebody like right now to come in.
Did you have any doubts in the middle of that? I mean, you've got to be so tired. You just trained. You're exhausted the first day you step in. Then it's super hot. You've never owned a business before, and you got all these issues going on. There's like the doubt side and then like the confidence
always,
side?
Man. There's always a little doubt, you know. You know, kind of growing up, and it's in a lot of families happens, you know, the lower income families. There's always the doubt that you have to break through. It is possible that you're going to do a lot more, and then you can do it. But you have to tell yourself every day, you're going to do better tomorrow. You know, tomorrow is a brand new day tomorrow, a new day to do better. And we do better every day, you know. And not every day is a good day, but you have to make it a good day, no matter what. You know, I'll have a bad day later. You know, I don't have time to have a bad day today, you know. So,
quote, yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, later, yeah. So I'll have a bad day later. Today, no, like I got stuff to do. So there's two things. I can't have a bad day and I can't die because I have stuff to do tomorrow.
I absolutely enjoyed that interview. Just being there was fantastic. The coffee or tea or whatever I had was really good. The tea is really good. But I just, just so many good points on leading and just driving your own life. And then I felt like he just kind of really embodied like what it is to have that drive and what it looks like to do something like you take risks, like taking risks, but like smart risks. The fact that he was a dishwasher and then to a chef in very quickly, just because he was so good at pushing for what he wanted. He knew what he wanted and he got it. And I just, even for the shot, and then when it came down to the Cheyenne Cup, just buying it pretty much on site and turning it into what it is now into something great. That is something I think is really cool and a good lesson, I think, for entrepreneurs as well.
Yeah, Eloy, of course, we had a blast talking with Eloy. Really, really appreciate that, Eloy, taking the time. And I loved seeing some of the things that made him a successful business before he was a businessman. For one, we don't talk about this a lot here, but his financial diligence. He was a saver. And even off mic, we talked about how much he would save. So he was a saver. So he had the opportunity to buy a business because he had cash on hand. That takes discipline and responsibility and knowing that there's something coming, right? So you have to see a future for that. I don't know, just so the saving. And then when he saw smart people coming into his business or where he worked, his place of employment, he would ask them questions about how to do life right. So he's getting mentors just from the people he's finding. So even though he was in a quote in quotes low position, he talked with folks and utilized. Anyways, very impressed with that. And those were keys I think that helped him build a successful business today. So we love the Cheyenne Cup, love what they're doing, the multiple locations. And if you have not had a cup of coffee from Cheyenne Cup recently, go in. And just a little throw out there, the breakfast burritos. Oh, one of my faves. So, hey, I really appreciate y'all jumping on to the podcast today. Thank you for subscribe, share with friends, shoot them a little text, say, hey, I got a lot from this podcast, if you would. And unless you didn't, then don't.
They don't, no.
But we appreciate all your support. Just some incredible support from you, all that we've seen, and some of the social media stuff that you've supported us with, and just really faithful. I feel like so far the audience is more faithful than I ever expected. So really appreciate that. Anyways, go out, build good businesses, build good things. Until then, my friends, happy sailing.
Nice. Okay.